Hello, and welcome to Principles of Marketing. I'm your Professor John Harvey, and here we are in week 4. My goodness, we are just plowing through this stuff. So this week, it looks like we're working on chapter 6, looks like in the text. So I've noticed that there's quite a few posts here back in chapter 4 and stuff like that. So make sure you guys are getting up to this chapter 6 material here because that's what's coming up this week. Okay, so I am working on the due dates in the course. I realized that the handoff between McGraw-Hill and Blackboard makes it a little confusing because it posts what's in McGraw-Hill onto Blackboard, and so several of you have said, "Hey, wait a second! I thought we had, this time, and now the material's, gone." Um, so I'm working on kind of cleaning that up for you guys so it's real clear. In general, you just need to do the material in the week it's assigned. That's how it rolls. If you have questions about that, look at the syllabus because I am just marching right down the syllabus in terms of this week is chapter 6, and that means the other due dates when things are done, they're closed off, and I'm closing down that stuff. So that kind of just keeps us moving through the semester. If I just leave things open, uh, you know, people wait to the last minute to get stuff done. And so that's just kind of how that works. Um, so I'll work on the due dates, but when in doubt, look at the syllabus and stick with that. And hopefully I'll have all that cleaned up here real quick. But I would tell you we're on chapter 6 this week, so make sure and get yourself up to speed so you're working on chapter 6. Coming up, we have a marketing plan, and I thought it's important to let you guys know about this marketing plan and talk about it because one of the key things that I want you to do with this marketing plan is network. So what I mean by networking is I want you to physically meet with somebody at a company that you would like to work for. So if there's a company that you are like, man, that would be really cool to work for, or, oh, I'd love to get into that industry, or maybe you already, have something, look at another company that's similar to yours or in your vein of stuff that you're already doing. But what I want you to do is I want you to, actually make a call and say, I need to schedule an interview. It's for this class. I want to do a marketing report on your business. And so you're really supposed to get in front of someone, really do some information gathering and interviewing with them. Now, what I'm looking for in the paper itself is I'm looking for you to apply what we've talked about in the textbook. So we've already talked about a SWOT analysis. We've already talked about environmental analysis. So all of this stuff I should see. I mean, you've already gone through some of this material in discussion boards. You've already read through the material. Now it's time to apply it in the real world situation. So when you go into that company and you ask them, hey, tell me about your industry, tell me about your market, tell me about this stuff, you can be very specific because you know information from the textbook and you can apply that. So apply that in the interview. That'll help you apply it on the paper. So I've got the paper requirements. They're in the section there on Blackboard. So you'll see that. I gave you the whole marketing plan so you can kind of see where we're going. Right now we're just doing the first 3 sections, but as we progress and as you do more of these, you'll be doing more and more of those sections, and I'll expect each of these sections to be more and more detailed. So there's a little bit of grace with this one. It's your first time and it's kind of weird because you have to go in front of somebody, but you'll do fine, and this is how you get started with this. Networking is just so critical. It used to be that if you had a degree that you were kind of set apart from the rest of the people, and so that kind of garnered you like, hey, I can get a job because I have this degree. And now so many people have degrees, it becomes something, it's not as unique. you know? And people that think, okay, I'm going to finish my degree and then go look for work are really missing the value of the way education works now. So I'm trying to tie in what you're doing in this class with a company that you would like to work for. Now, this can go both ways. I mean, you're learning about that company, and I'm telling you, this works. When you get in front of a company that you want to work for, you've done the research by reviewing the material in the textbook, and you ask thoughtful, relevant questions, and then you put together a quality paper that you can share back with that company. I've seen it before. I've had students get hired right during the semester, where they're like coming to me saying, "Hey, they made a position for me. I told them like I'm really interested in, this section or this area, and they said let's bring you on board." And by the end of the semester, that person was talking with me and saying, "What do I do about, salaries, and what do I do about bonuses, and vacation time, and how do I negotiate all this stuff?" And I mean, it picks up. When you start networking, you create this value, this connection that can play out in so many different ways. So don't shortchange yourself by like, oh, I'm going to reach out to my brother. Reach out to that company that you would like to work for. Reach out to that business that you've always thought, man, that would be so cool to work for. Connect yourself with that. And this is an opportunity because you can say, I got this paper, I got this college professor, he wanted me to, reach out and interview. Is there some time that we can meet? And then I'll walk you through how to go through more of that stuff next week. But right now, you should be trying to isolate that business and trying to schedule something in the next week or 2 weeks. You still have to write the paper. So get started on that and really focus in on the networking part of this because I really want you to make that connection to some place or some organization that you would like to work at. Okay? All right, guys. With that, have a great week and I'll talk to you soon. All right.